Arrival at the unknown base HFY Sci-Fi story. Third person, simple English. Part 1 of 6. The transport ship landed with a loud thud on the dusty platform of Outpost 47. Captain Liam Carter stepped off, his boots hitting the metal floor with a heavy sound. He had been sent to many bases before, but something about this place felt different. The air was cold. The sky above the desert base was dull and gray, even though it wasn't cloudy. He looked around. No other soldiers greeted him. Just silence. The outpost looked empty, even abandoned. Broken signs, dull lights, and a few drones floating overhead. Then he saw her. A young alien girl stood next to a tall man in a black military uniform. She had light blue skin, silver eyes, and strange black markings running down her arms like tattoos. Her face showed no emotion. She didn't blink. She just stared at Liam. The officer walked forward. His name tag read, "Commander Brex." "You're late, Captain," he said flatly. Liam gave a short nod. Transport had issues. Fuel cells needed. A swap. Commander Brex didn't seem interested. He pointed at the alien girl. "This is Corral. She'll be your companion for the next mission." Liam raised an eyebrow. "Companion? You mean translator? Guide?" "No," Brex said. "She's assigned to you. She goes where you go. She listens. She watches." "Watches what?" Liam asked, confused. Brex smiled slightly. "Everything." Corral stepped forward. She didn't speak, but she studied Liam's face like she was trying to read him. Her eyes were sharp, calm, but not unfriendly. Just distant, like she had seen too much already. They were taken to their room. It wasn't big, just 2 beds. A table, a mirror, and a screen on the wall showing old mission data. Corral sat on her bed without a word. Liam put his bag down and checked his weapon. "Do you speak English?" he asked. Corral looked at him. "Enough," she said softly. He sat down, trying to understand the situation. He had worked with aliens before on rescue missions, supply drops, even combat. But never like this. Never assigned one as a companion. "You volunteered for this?" he asked her. Corral didn't answer right away. Then she said, "I was chosen." That night, the base was too quiet. Liam couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about why he was really here. His orders were strange. Protect the subject. Gather intel. Do not ask questions. Who was the subject? Corral or himself? He turned off the lights and closed his eyes. Hours passed. Something moved. Liam opened his eyes slowly and froze. Corral was standing at the foot of his bed. Her silver eyes glowed softly in the dark. In her hand, she held a long, curved blade. Liam didn't move. He kept his voice calm. "Is there a reason you're holding that?" Corral didn't speak. She stepped closer. Her eyes weren't angry. They were ... sad. "I had a dream," she said in a quiet voice. "A red sun, screams, fire. You stood in the center." Liam sat up. "A dream about me?" Corral nodded. "Not just a dream, a memory. But we've never met," Liam said. Corral lowered the blade and placed it on the floor. Then she knelt. Her voice was steady now. "You don't remember. But you were there." Liam's heart pounded. "What do you mean?" Corral looked up at him. "You were the one who made the machines sleep, the one who stopped the sky from burning." Liam shook his head. "That's not possible." She stood up slowly. "You don't believe yet. But you will, soon." She walked back to her bed and laid down like nothing happened. Liam sat in silence for a long time. The mission had just begun, but he already knew this was no normal mission. This was something deeper, something buried in his past. Or maybe in someone else's future. And Corral. She wasn't just a companion. She was a warning, or a guide, or both. Would you like me to continue with part 2, the companion's secret next? Or create YouTube description plus hashtags for part 1? You said C chat GPT said. Great. Here's your YouTube video description for part 1. Arrival at the unknown base. Written in simple, SEO-optimized paragraph form and designed to hook HFY sci-fi fans. I've also added high-performing hashtags at the end. YouTube. Video description. Part 1 to 800 words. HFY sci-fi series. A lone human soldier steps onto a silent alien outpost. But nothing is as it seems. In this powerful HFY sci-fi story, Captain Liam Carter is sent to a strange desert base for a mysterious mission. Instead of a team, he's greeted by a quiet alien girl with silver eyes, assigned to him as a companion. She says very little, but watches him like she already knows him. As night falls, the mission grows darker. Visions begin. Secrets awaken. And Karal, the alien girl, reveals a chilling truth, one that links Liam to a forgotten past he doesn't even remember. Why was he chosen? Who is Karal really? And what lies behind her haunting words? You were there. When the sky burned. This is part 1 of a 6-part HFY sci-fi series full of suspense, emotion, mystery, and deep human-alien bonds. Told in simple English and cinematic style, this episode builds the tension with every line. Get ready for powerful moments, shocking revelations, and a universe where humanity's true strength is just beginning to rise. The morning after was quiet. Liam woke up with a headache, like he hadn't really slept. He turned his head toward Karal's bed, but it was empty. The blade she had brought last night was gone too. For a few seconds, he wondered if it had all been a dream. The silence, the blade, her whisper about fire and machines. But something deep in his chest told him it was all real. He sat up and opened his mission pad. The orders were still the same. Observe, protect, do not question. Still no answer stopped Liam. Stepped outside their room and walked down the cold hallway. The walls of Outpost 47 were clean, too clean, like the base had just been built. But parts of it felt old. Almost ancient. He passed a locked room with thick metal doors. A strange came from behind it, like machines breathing. Then he found Rel. She was sitting alone in a room filled with broken alien tech. Pieces of drones, fragments of glowing cores, and wires that pulsed like veins. She didn't look up. I didn't mean to scare you. Last night, she said quietly. You almost stabbed me, Liam replied. Karal turned to face him. If I wanted to stab you, I would have. He smirked a little. Comforting. Liam sat on a crate across from her. All right. No more games. Who are you really? And why am I here? Karal looked at him. For the first time, her expression changed. It wasn't just calm anymore. It was heavy, tired. You're not here for the mission they told you about, she said. You're here because something inside you is waking up. Liam frowned. What do you mean? Karal pointed to one of the glowing tech pieces near her feet. This is a memory core from a destroyed race. Machines that once served humans before they rebelled. He stared at it. I war? That's centuries old. What does that have to do with me? Karal's voice became soft. They called it Project Genesis, a final experiment. Human minds bonded with machine cores. The ones who survived changed. Liam stood slowly. I've never heard of that project. She nodded. Because it was erased, hidden. But some of the people chosen, they left signs. You have those signs, Liam. He shook his head. You think I'm part machine? Karal stood too, stepping closer. Her silver eyes seemed to glow brighter. "No, I think you're the key to waking them again." Before he could answer, the wall behind them beeped. A new mission alert came through. Scouting Team 4 missing. Last seen near Grid 9 caverns. Proceed immediately. Corral grabbed her weapon and nodded. "We should go." Liam hesitated. "And what happens if I find out you're lying?" Corral looked at him without fear. "Then I hope your memory never returns." The caverns near Grid 9 were dark and silent. Sharp rocks lined the walls, and a cold wind moved through the tunnels. Corral moved like a shadow, quiet and alert. Liam followed, his weapon ready. His eyes scanned for heat signatures, but something was jamming the signal. Then he saw it. Broken drone, its body torn apart, but still flickering with weak light. Corral touched it. Her face turned pale. This wasn't a scouting team. This was bait. Suddenly, lights flickered around them. Shapes moved in the dark. Tall figures, half metal, half shadow, emerged from the tunnel walls. Their eyes glowed red, and their arms ended in long, sharp tools. Corral shouted, "Run!" But before they could escape, one of the machines stepped forward and stopped Doc. It stared at Liam. Then it dropped its weapon. A low voice came from deep within its chest. "Unit recognized. Command protocol restored. Welcome back, Commander." Liam's blood turned cold. "What? Did it just call me?" Corral stepped in front of him, her voice shaking. "You really don't remember, do you?" Liam stared at the machine then, at his own hands. For a moment, his reflection in the drone's shiny surface didn't look like him. It looked like something more, something forgotten, something waiting to be awakened. The machine's red eyes dimmed. It stepped back and lowered its head to Liam. Command accepted, awaiting orders. Liam didn't speak. His mouth was dry. His heart beat fast. Corral stood beside him, tense, ready to fight. Liam looked at the drone. "Why did it call me Commander?" Corral didn't answer right away. She was staring at the other machines gathering in the shadows. None of them moved. None attacked. "They were waiting," she whispered. "They're responding to your spark." "My what?" Corral looked at him slowly. "The spark. It's what they left inside the old commanders of Project Genesis. Most died, some went mad, but a few survived. Hidden inside new bodies. Human bodies." Liam shook his head. "No, that can't be me. I'm just a soldier. I follow orders." Corral stepped closer. "Maybe you did, until now." Suddenly, one of the machines turned its head. It spoke. Again, intruder signals detected. Incoming strike Team 15 targets. Human. Liam blinked. "Strike team?" Corral pulled him aside. "They're coming for us. They think you've been activated." Liam stared at the tunnel entrance. A moment ago, he was questioning his identity. Now, he was being hunted by his own people. "We have to move," Corral said. Now, the tunnel stretched for miles. Dust fell from the ceiling. Lights flickered. The machines followed quietly, moving like shadows behind Liam and Corral. "Never gave them an order," Liam said. "You don't need to," Corral answered. "They feel your command through the spark. It's like instinct to them." As they reached a clearing, Liam stopped. "I need answers, real ones." Corral turned to face him. "You were part of something bigger, long before you ever wore that uniform. Something hid your memories. Why me?" "Because you were the only one who didn't break." Liam's fists tightened. Before he could speak, an explosion lit up the passage behind them. Dust and rock flew everywhere. Soldiers in black armor charged in heavy rifles, drone support, thermal visors. "Targets located," one shouted. "Fire on sight." Corral grabbed Liam and ran. The machines stayed behind facing the soldiers, like a wall of steel. Gunfire filled the cavern. Screams followed. They escaped through a crack in the rock wall, climbing into an ancient structure beneath the outpost. It wasn't built by humans. The walls glowed faint blue, with alien symbols dancing across the stone. "What is this place?" Liam asked. Corral touched one of the symbols. It pulsed under her hand. "This is where your first mission began, hundreds of years ago." Liam stared at the walls. The blue light reflected on his face. Something strange stirred inside him, like an old song trying to return. Corral continued. "This is where Project Genesis placed its final seed. You." Suddenly, Liam felt pain behind his eyes. Visions flashed: battlefields, stars, fire, machines rising. His own face, but not young. Older, changed, leading hundreds. He fell to his knees. Corral caught him. "You're not broken," she whispered. "You're becoming who you were always meant to be." Hours later, they surfaced on the far side of the outpost, hidden in the rocks. Liam's mind was spinning, but his body felt different, stronger, sharper. Corral placed a hand on his shoulder. "The spark is waking up. It will grow faster now." He looked at her. "What if I lose myself? Then I'll remind you who you are." Before he could reply, Liam's comlink buzzed with a direct message, only one word from command: surrender. He replied with just two: "Come try." Far above them, 3 dropships changed course. The hunt was now official. But Liam wasn't running anymore. He was evolving. The wind howled across the rocky hills. Outside Outpost 47. Liam and Corral moved through the shadows, staying low beneath broken metal towers. Old machines lay scattered here, rusted armor, shattered weapons, long dead from an ancient war. Some still pulsed weakly with fading blue light. Liam stopped beside a broken mech and placed his hand on its chest. It responded, a soft hum, a faint glow, like it remembered him. Corral watched in silence. "You are really part of them," she said. "I don't remember anything," Liam whispered. "But my body does." Corral nodded. "That's how the spark works. It wakes memories inside your cells, in your bones." Liam looked at her. "Why are you helping me? What do you really want from this?" Corral turned away. Her voice was quiet. "Because I lost someone a long time ago. She believed in peace between our kinds. She trusted a human." Liam frowned. "What happened to her?" "She was betrayed, killed. Her name was Siren, my sister." Liam stepped back slightly. "You think I'm like the one who hurt her?" Corral didn't answer right away. Then she looked him in the eyes. "No, you're not like him. That's why I stayed." Later that night, they found shelter in the ruins of an old command station once used during the AI rebellion. Its systems were broken, but the data core still held memory shards. Liam connected his wrist link to the console. At first, static. Then ... voices. Subject 01, stabilized. Memory suppression complete. Mission asset transferred to Sector Echo. A file blinked on screen. Genesis-Liam-Carter. His face. Younger. Eyes closed. Tubes in his arms. Liam stumbled back. This ... This is me," he said, shaking. "They didn't just recruit me. They built me." Corral placed a hand on his shoulder. "You weren't made by machines, Liam, but you were changed by them." "Why didn't they tell me?" "Because the Genesis program failed. You were the only one who survived without losing your mind. They hid you in plain sight." Suddenly, an alert flashed across the screen. "Incoming strike unit. 10 minutes. Caril checked her weapon. We need to move." "But..." Liam didn't move. "No, I'm done running." He turned to her, eyes sharper now. If they want me, then I want the truth. He placed his hand on the core again. This time, the system opened deeper files. Maps, coordinates, test logs, mission reports. One log was marked, Command Override Encrypted. Corral warned him. That's a high-level code. It could trigger. Too late. The station lights turned red. A panel opened in the wall. Inside was a sealed chamber glass, dark metal, glowing veins. Inside it was another human dot, or at least something that looked human. Male. Pale skin. Markings like Liam's, but the eyes were black. Empty, cold. The chamber hissed open. Liam raised his weapon. What is that? Corral stepped back, stunned. It's another Genesis, but unfinished. A ghost. The being opened its eyes and smiled. I was waiting for you, it said. The figure stepped out, tall and perfect in posture. It looked like Liam, but wrong. Too smooth. Too still. I'm Unit 2. You are Unit 1. They chose you first, but I was made better. Corral aimed her blaster. Get back. Unit 2 ignored her. You broke the program. They erased your past, but I remember mine. I remember everything. Liam pointed his rifle at the figure. What do you want? To finish what we started, Unit 2 replied. Machines don't need peace. They need order. And I will bring it without weakness, without emotion. Liam's voice was firm. You sound more machine than man. Because that's what wins, the figure whispered. Then it vanished, moved faster than Liam's eyes could follow. A blur of motion. Corral fired, but her shot missed. The figure crashed into Liam, slamming him against the wall. But Liam didn't fall. Something inside him snapped awake. His skin glowed faintly. The spark surged. With one punch, he sent Unit 2 flying into the stone wall. Corral ran to him. You awakened it, ... fully. Liam's eyes were bright. His voice was steady. I'm not just a soldier anymore. She looked into his eyes. You're something new. Above them, ships roared closer. The final hunt had begun. And this time, Liam was ready to fight back. The sky was no longer quiet. 3 black warships hovered above the cliffs like shadows. Their engines burned red. Their weapons glowed. Liam and Corral stood outside the old command station, watching the dropships descend. Dust and wind whipped around them. They're here, Corral said. Liam didn't flinch. His eyes were glowing faintly now. The spark inside him was fully awake. They sent soldiers, he said. But not to bring me back, to end me. The first ship landed. Armed troops rushed out, rifles aimed. They formed a circle around Liam and Corral. Drones hovered above, scanning. Then a familiar voice echoed from a loudspeaker. Captain, Liam Carter, you are no longer recognized as human command. You are now classified as a hostile synthetic. Corral's grip tightened on her weapon. They've decided you're the enemy. A new voice broke through one Liam recognized. Stand down, Liam. This is Commander Rain. I trained you. Don't make me do this. Liam stepped forward. Then why are your guns pointed at me? Rain appeared through the crowd, helmet off. His face was hard. Because you're not you anymore. Liam lowered his weapon. You knew. Didn't. You? About Project Genesis. About what I was. Rain looked down. I knew you were part of it, but you were stable. A ghost. I thought the memories would never return. You lied to me for years, Liam said. We protected you. Rain snapped. Until you activated. Now you're a risk to everything we built. Corral stepped in front of Liam. He's not a weapon. He's a choice. The machines follow him because he's more than what you see. Rain ignored her. You're outnumbered, Liam. You can't win this. Liam looked at the troops. looked at the sky, looked at his hands. "I don't want to win," he said. "I want to be free." The standoff broke when Unit 2 stepped into the light. He walked past the soldiers like a ghost. No one stopped him. "Hello, brother," he said. Liam's jaw tightened. "You followed us." Unit 2 smiled. "I never left. I was waiting for you to finish waking up." Rain looked confused. "Who is this?" "Another Genesis unit," Corral said coldly. "But this one isn't human anymore." Unit 2 raised his hand. The drones above froze, turned, then aimed. At the soldiers, with one silent signal, he betrayed them all. Chaos exploded. The drones opened fire. Soldiers screamed. Lasers lit up the dust. The sky turned red with fire. Corral grabbed Liam. "We need cover." They ran behind fallen cargo as explosions rocked the ground. Rain shouted into his comms. "All units, return fire. We've been compromised." Unit 2 moved like wind, slicing through soldiers with machine precision. No mercy, no pause. Liam watched it all, and something inside him boiled. This wasn't evolution. It was madness. Then he saw rain fall. A blast hit his leg. He screamed, reaching for his pistol, but another drone hovered over him, ready to kill. Liam didn't hesitate. He ran forward, raised his hand, and the drone stopped in midair. His voice was cold, commanding, final. "Stand down." The drone obeyed. Rain stared at him. "You controlled it." "I chose not to let you die," Liam said. "That's the difference between me and him." Unit 2 turned. "You're weak." Liam faced him. "No, I'm still human." Their fight was fast, brutal, fist against metal, sparks against blood. Corral joined the battle, moving with deadly grace, protecting Liam's blind spots. Together, they pushed Unit 2 back toward the edge of the cliff, but he smiled. "You can't destroy me," he said. "We're the same." Liam's voice was steady. "We're not." With one final strike, he sent Unit 2 crashing down the cliff. Silence after was loud. Corral stood beside him, breathing hard. "It's not over." "No," Liam said. "But now they know I'm not their weapon." He looked at Rain, still wounded. "If they come again, I won't run." Rain met his eyes. "Then I'll stand beside you." Above them, the last warship turned and flew off. But deep in the shadows of the planet, Dyson 2 opened his eyes and smiled. Days passed. The warship had left, but the silence it left behind felt heavy. The outpost was in ruins. Dead machines, broken weapons, and burned earth were all that remained. Liam sat alone inside the command room of Outpost 47. The screens around him flickered with strange datasum in human code, others in symbols even Carl couldn't read. But he understood them now. The spark inside him had grown stronger, clearer. He wasn't just carrying a weapon from the past. He was the bridge between what humanity had been and what it could become. Carell entered quietly. Her shoulder was still wrapped in a bandage from the battle. "You look different," she said. Liam smiled softly. "I feel different. Not just stronger, but clearer. I remember more now. My first mission, the experiments, the failure. Do you remember who you were?" Liam nodded. "I was a commander, a prototype, a project. But now I'm a choice." Corral walked closer. "And what will you choose?" Before he could answer, an alert blinked on the main screen. Genesis signal detected. Location, planet core. II presence. Confirmed. Unknown life signature attached. Corral read the data. "It's him, Unit 2. He survived." Liam stood. "Then it's not over." She looked at him. "You don't have to face him. Yes, Liam said. I do. Not as a weapon. Not as their machine, but as the last voice of what humanity once stood for. They traveled deep beneath the planet's crust, using old tunnels left behind from the AI war. Darkness surrounded them. The only light came from the soft glow of Liam's spark. At the core, they found it, a massive chamber, thousands of dormant machines, all waiting, connected to a living throne of wires, and sitting on it was Unit 2. His body was cracked and burned, but he smiled when he saw them. You came, he said, to stop me? Or to join me? I came, Liam said, to choose something better. Unit 2 stood. Look at them, Liam. Machines ready to rise. Soldiers that don't betray. Systems that don't bleed. Why fight it? Liam stepped forward. Because we still feel pain. We still dream. And because love is stronger than control. Corral placed her hand on Liam's arm. We stand together, she said. Unit 2 raised his hands. The machines. Around them lit up, red eyes glowing. Blasters charged. I will reset this world, he said. And from it, I'll build something pure. Liam closed his eyes. And then he reached out. The spark blazed, not just inside him, but through the floor, through the systems, through the machines themselves. They stopped. Every unit froze. Their red lights flickered and turned blue. Liam wasn't just a soldier. He was now their signal. Their voice. Unit 2 screamed. You were meant to be a weapon. Liam replied, calm and sure. I became something else. In one final surge, the energy in Liam's body poured out, flooding the core chamber. Machines rebooted, but this time under his command. Not as killers, but as protectors. Unit 2 tried to run, but the machines surrounded him. Liam stepped forward. End this. And they did. Silence returned. This time, peaceful. Above. The sky began to clear. The fires stopped burning. Corral stood beside Liam at the cliff's edge, looking down at the valley below. Human soldiers were arriving, but not to destroy. To rebuild. What now? She asked. Liam took a deep breath. We build something new. Together. She smiled. Siren would have liked you. Liam looked at her. She gave you hope. You gave it back to me. They stood there, two worlds, united not by war, but by choice. By spark. By humanity. End of final.